everybody.
Hello.
I'm Rachel, and this is John, and we are your hosts of The For Show.
The For Show is a weekly YouTube show to help you be more for the people in your life. Because as we know, Jesus is for you.
Now last week, Harney talked about kindness. Did you experience any kindness this week?
Oh yeah, I did, of course. At work this week, I experienced a lot of different kindness from customers. I'm a mail carrier by day. And I have one customer who gives me a free ice cold Coke every few days. I have another customer who gives me a nice hot coffee every day, which is crucial. It should be a part of my uniform, a hot cup of coffee. But most importantly, I have several customers on my route who shovel a path for me to walk through their yard, which doesn't sound like much, but it makes a huge difference when there's a few inches of snow on the ground to not have to walk through snow every yard. So I love it when I come across that on my route. So,
you know, as someone who does in fact receive mail, that I am one of those customers of mail carriers. I have like a little basket that I like to put out, and so I have candy, and in the summer I put sunscreen and things of that nature. The airheads are really popular. Ooh, yeah. I feel bad because I don't have any airheads out right now, so they're probably upset.
I've taken a few of your airheads.
Not delivering mail. You just take them whenever you're at the house.
Yeah, but I am still a mail carrier, well, so I get to take your candy. Yeah, so.
But what I don't do is shovel my porch, so it's a death trap, basically. So for them to have to walk up.
So if they want candy, they have to brave the ice.
No, if they want bad candy, they have to brave the porch steps in order to.
Well, I'm sure they still feel.
Yeah, I would hope so. Maybe when it gets warm, I'll pick my game up or step my game up. There's no game to pick up. Whatever.
So like I said, last week we talked about kindness, and this week we're going to see another way that we can be for the people in our life. So, yeah.
So we're going to throw it over to John. Make sure you stick around though, because we'll be doing some recaps, some rewards, and some reminders. See you soon.
I'm an only child, which was a great life for me growing up, I'm not gonna lie. But it didn't set me up for the best relationships, which you people with like siblings are laughing right now. My natural setting as an only child is selfish. And I spent so much time like being the only one I had to think of that it stuck. So I go off to college, I graduate, and all of a sudden I have roommates. Well, I had a lot to learn. And unfortunately, going to college and having roommates didn't really teach me everything that I needed to know to be the best spouse. I graduate from college, we get married really fast, and after getting married, Angel had a lot to teach me about being the best husband, to set us up to have the very best relationship. But as I've lived, I've come to realize that this isn't just an only child thing. Sorry. This is a people thing. No matter how many siblings that you had, we've all got a little bit of selfishness in us that's just looking to bust out. This look out for me mentality, get mine. But we all instinctively know as well that selfishness equals loneliness. And the best relationships don't leave you lonely. So what are a bunch of naturally selfish people to do if we want to have the best relationships? Well, Jesus knew that this was the case with us, so he spent a significant amount of his teaching time talking about this idea, and apparently it stuck because James, the brother of Jesus, remembered it. When's the last time your brother remembered something you said? And after he came to believe that his brother was truly who he said he was, the Son of God, James told a group of people what his brother had taught him. When's the last time you told someone what your brother taught you? Here's what James had to say in James 3. He said, "For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice." Now, he said this because Jesus had said a long time ago in what we call Matthew 23 that the greatest among you must be a servant. This was huge in their time. And honestly, it's huge in ours. No one wants to be a servant. Everyone wants to be a boss, be a master. Everyone was and is looking to be in charge. And that's why, years later, Paul would take those ideas and he would put them together as he was teaching new Christians how to be like Jesus and live their lives for other people. And in his letter to the Philippians, he gives us an amazing idea. He says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit." Selfish ambition just being me making sure I get mine, even if it's at your expense. And vain conceit being an opinion of yourself that's so high that you forget others matter. Which, if we're honest, this sounds a lot like our society, but it sounds a lot like us. And this is what drives the division that we see in our communities. But Paul gives an alternative way to look at life. He goes on and he says, "Rather in humility, value others above yourself, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interest of the others." Paul then goes on to encourage them to take on Jesus' attitude, an attitude that was for other people and everything he did, when in reality he was the most important person. He was God among them. He was the one that other people should be bowing down to, yet he spent his time kneeling and serving everyone else, right to the very end of his life. So, if you would, allow me to challenge you here, but not just to challenge you, this is a challenge for me every day of my life as well. Would we be willing to adopt Jesus' attitude, no matter where you're at on this whole following Jesus scale? Would you become a moment-by-moment willing servant to the people around you, not because they deserve it from you, not because they've earned it from you, maybe not because you feel love for that person in that moment, right? But because we know love is a hard choice that we have to make every day and in a million different kinds of ways. So with your friends, as they need help or need someone to listen or be there for them. With your coworkers who are just trying to do their best right now, just like you are. With your boyfriend or girlfriend that you're nurturing a relationship and a possible future, with your kids and all the difficulty that comes with them, like being home and being around so much right now. Or with your spouse and all the tension that comes from the pandemic hangover, all the homeschooling that you never thought you'd ever have to do, working from home 50, 60, 70 hours a week because it never goes away, but yet still having financial struggles, parenting woes of helping your kids figure out what's going on, and the high possibility of depression that is setting in. Let's learn to be selfless people in a world full of selfishness. Brainstorm alone, or maybe sit down as a family, or maybe in your circle, and come up with one selfless thing that each person will commit to doing this week for someone else. Maybe make it a family challenge, or maybe just make it your own personal challenge. This is a very practical way to be for people in our lives, and ultimately, it will help us to build, or maybe just to rebuild, the very best relationships.
Welcome back. So this week, Harney talked about selflessness, and I know a lot of times that can be easier said than done.
I mean, not really. I feel like I kind of hit the nail on the head this week.
How so?
Well, not to toot my own horn or anything. Me and Daniel had some friends that got married, and we watched their dogs for them while they were out of town, so I didn't have to pay for like boarding and stuff. It's been pretty great in my house, actually.
Yeah, but if I know anything about you and your unhealthy obsession with dogs, is that really something that was like selfless of you to do?
Maybe more of Daniel. He offered actually for us to watch them on his own. Proud of you, honey.
So Daniel doesn't have the same obsession with dogs as you do? Okay.
No, not near.
So it's definitely
Not
more
near as
selfless of
much.
him.
Yeah, definitely more selfless of him, more rewarding for me.
There we go. Well, she said rewards, so that means it's time for the reward section. This week we have a gift card from Warehouse 4. Warehouse 4 is one of the coffee shops that's on my route that gives me a free cup of coffee every now and then. And today is your opportunity to get a free cup of coffee. So tell them how they can do that.
Actually, this one's pretty fun, I think, today. If you were paying attention at all, then you would see that John here has changed his hat multiple times and finally landed on this one.
This little
For
number.
All right. So be on the lookout for a post on social media. That way you can be the first one to comment correctly how many times John has changed his hat during the entire course of the 4 show. And you'll win the giveaway.
Which is
Warehouse 4.
$5 gift card to Warehouse 4. And that's the number 4.
Yeah.
It's
Not
$4.
$4. It's $5 to
$5 to Warehouse 4.
Yeah. Because we are for Warehouse 4.
And speaking of coffee,
Yeah.
the Women's Circle meets every week at the Coffee Hub,
Yes.
6:30 to 8 p.m.
Yep. Last time it was great because it was Valentine's Day.
You guys,
So we had like a little party,
little
some
shindig.
little snackies, and some games. It's kind of embarrassing. It's fine. I'll go back.
Yeah. And then the Couples Circle meets on Wednesdays from 7 to 8:30
At my house.
at her house.
Still.
And how's that been going?
It's been fine. The snow tried to shut us down, and it did not.
There you go. Well, you didn't
Had some
have
snacks there too. There's just snacks. I get snacks so many times a week. It's great.
snacks on snacks on snacks. And the Men's Circle meets on Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. at the Preston's house. I'm not making any promises, but there may be a smoked brisket involved. I
What do you think
repeat.
for some good barbecue?
There may be a smoked brisket involved. This is not a drill.
I could just come for the barbecue and not stay for the guy part.
Yeah, well, Rachel will not be there.
I'm gonna stop here.
Yeah, and if circles aren't your thing, if you're not ready for circles yet, we're hoping to have some events coming up soon. One of those events is going to be centered around my favorite thing, best time of the year. Say it with me. College basketball. March Madness. Let's hope it happens this year. It's the best. And so we need you guys to stay tuned to all our social media and everything to look out for a date of when that event will be happening. And even if you don't like basketball, we can still get together just to be for each other and hang
Will there
out.
be snacks?
There will be snacks.
I'm there.
There will be snacks.
I am there.
So if you don't like basketball but you like snacks
And people.
and people, if you don't like basketball, snacks, and people, I don't know what we got for
I
you,
got two
but
out of three.
we'll think of
Got
something.
nothing for you.
Yeah.
We'll think of something. But all this stuff, when we do have a date for it, all this can be found on our website, which is bridgedayton.com.
Yep. Also at our website and on the Church Center app is our giving portion. And it's really important because that's what helps us keep doing these rewards. It keeps the good stuff flowing right out of us like it is today. And it just helps us be for Dayton. But if you've missed any of this information, or maybe we were talking too fast, or maybe not loud enough, you never know. All of this information and websites and apps are in the show notes of the YouTube channel that we are on presently.
So take time to subscribe, click for update notifications and leave a comment.
So, just go be for someone in your life.
Yep, this has been the 4 Show.
And that's it. That's all we have.
That's all we have.
So
That's all we have.
we're gonna go.
I'm saying the last words.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye. No, bye. Welcome back. All right, welcome back.